It wasn't until he saw his father collapse at the wedding venue that the son learned from the doctor that his father was in the late stages of brain cancer. What broke him even more was discovering that the $80,000 dowry he had gathered was actually from his father selling off their family property and surgery funds. Upon learning the truth, the son immediately decided to return $30,000 of the surgery funds to the hospital, hoping the doctors could save his father. The reason for his situation all started 3 days earlier. He and his fiancée had originally agreed on a wedding dowry of $50,000. However, when both families formally met, the mother-in-law suddenly raised the price, demanding that the dowry be increased to $80,000. He was filled with anxiety upon hearing this, because he simply didn't have that much money. But his father, for the sake of his son's happiness, said he could sell their house. Though the son strongly opposed, his father was resolute, and ultimately he could only agree. On the wedding day, the groom arrived eagerly to pick up his bride, only to be stopped at the door by the mother-in-law. She stated he must pay $100,000 as an entry fee to enter, to avoid any disruption to the wedding. He immediately paid the money, but this only encouraged the mother-in-law's greed. When he reached the bride's room, the mother-in-law blocked him again, demanding another $200,000 before he could see his bride. Though he was reluctant, he didn't want to spoil his wedding day, so he took out his phone and paid the fee. But upon entering the room, the mother-in-law had yet another demand. She claimed that her relatives and friends were all behind her, and that he would need their approval to take the bride. The groom felt immensely embarrassed. His friends urged him not to blindly comply, but with so many eyes on him and the mother-in-law's unreasonable demands, he had no choice but to continue paying her. He sought help from his close friends for money, and with no other option he paid the mother-in-law. A satisfied smile appeared on her face immediately, and finally he was allowed to enter the room. He finally brought his bride to the wedding hotel, thinking the ceremony could now proceed smoothly. However, in front of everyone, the mother-in-law made yet another outrageous demand. She claimed that to marry her daughter, he would need the approval of the girl's father. But the bride's father had passed away 10 years earlier. The man's father immediately told his son to kneel and bow to the bride's father, but the mother-in-law stopped him. She cunningly claimed that paying a fee could replace this ritual. The father asked urgently for the amount, but no one expected the mother-in-law to demand a staggering $1 million. This amount shocked everyone present. Finally, he couldn't bear it anymore, and angrily exposed her grief for all to see. The mother-in-law instantly flew into a rage, revealing her true colors.